Salty all at sea. In this episode, Salty is asked to work at the mainland to help out at their docks. But since the Vickerstown Bridge is closed, Salty has to arrive on the mainland by steamship. Salty is frightened as hell to go by steamship, and so Salty goes all around the island doing different jobs, trying to prevent people from going onto the steamship. I absolutely love the 360-degree camera view of Brendam Docks and the Sodor Suspension Bridge. It shows you how big each setting is and how much the animators or set designers have put into each set. I really hope that they do this more in future episodes. I really can't imagine Brendam Docks not being busy at all. It's like if there were no passengers all day at any bus stops for bus drivers to pick up. It just doesn't seem right. Ah well, maybe this will give Cranky a long-deserved nap.
It was a day just like this when the giant squid of Sodor first appeared.
Yeah, he wanted to destroy all the Care Bears for no real reason.
There's a dockyard on the mainland that's very busy. They're short of engines.
Gee, I can't imagine why.
Now, Vickerstown Bridge is being repaired.
Sheesh, why is the Vickerstown Bridge always being out of use all the time? Is this just a way to tell new stories differently? Or are there a group of vandals who wreck the poor bridge behind people's backs? Why is this always happening to me? You can say that again.
Right, Cranky, I understand this ship is heading to the mainland. Get ready to haul Salty aboard.
Wouldn't that be confusing for the workmen on board the ship? Alright, let's see. Is the engine parts? Check, plutonium. Yes, what the? Hey, I don't remember this diesel being on the checklist. Do you think he's a stowaway? Nah, I think Sir Topham Hatt wants to get rid of a few of his engines. I mean, look at the man. He must have, I don't know, about 1,000 engines on his railway. Alright, if you say so. Anchor away! Look, Ari and Bert are being background engines again. I don't know why they've suffered the same fate as Rosie and Stanley these days. Thomas doesn't pick up passengers from Wellsworth. The station isn't on his branch line. Sorry, it's just a little nitpick.
It'll have to wait.
Have either of you seen Salty?
I like that part. I wonder why Emily is in Tidmouth Sheds right now. Doesn't she have passengers or freight trains waiting for her? Or is there something wrong with her boiler?
What are you doing hiding here? The Fat Controller chose you for a special job on the mainland. I thought you'd be happy.
But it's the getting to the mainland that's the problem.
But you must have been to sea before, hundreds of times.
You see, the thing is, I've never been on a ship before.
You've never been on a ship before? Okay, one, what do you keep singing every time you're handling trucks? Oh yeah, sailor songs. Songs that people on ships usually sing. And two, if you've never been on a ship before, then how the hell did you arrive on the island back in Season 6? Because I'm pretty sure that the Vickerstown Bridge wasn't built back then. Why else would Cranky lift Harvey out of a ship and onto the tracks in Harvey's introductory episode? Well, okay, I will give Lee Pressman points for trying to put in an interesting twist, but it creates a massive plot hole.
There's diabolical dangers at sea, Thomas. Giant squids, terrifying sea snakes, razor-toothed sea monsters. Oh!
Are you sure all those stories are true?
Oh, sure, I'm sure. You hears all manner of terrifying tales down at the docks, Thomas.
But didn't you make up some of those stories, Salty?
Thank you! Someone finally has the balls to tell Salty that about 90% of the stories that he tells are made up. Have you ever seen Salty Surprise? His stories that he tells there are just excuses to say no to gifts offered to someone. The only exception I can think of is the tramp steamer story from No Sleep for Cranky. That actually sounded like a real story.
What about the monster of Brendam?
Oh, I'd forgotten that one.
Well, I'm glad that you and I had forgotten about that episode. Because it was so unbelievably stupid!
Then there was the Phantom Brake Van.
The Phantom Brake Van? I was thinking that would be an upcoming season 19 episode, when this was released on DVD. But it turns out that that wasn't the case. The Phantom Brake Van was just something that happened off screen. Or maybe it happened in those magazine stories that no one cares about.
A few weeks later.
A few weeks? Well, no wonder they needed Salty at the mainland docks. There must be, like, no engines at all over there. Thanks, Fat Controller.
How was it, Salty? Did you enjoy your first time at sea?
Well, it were quite a journey, matey. Raging seas, terrifying monsters, waves as high as mountain tops.
Oh, for God's sake, Salty. Even after you've actually traveled by sea, right in front of your eyes, you still make that story up? It's like if I were to drive down to the shops, I wouldn't say that there was a Megazord battle happening right next to the shops. What's wrong with you? Wait, what's Timothy doing there? Shouldn't he be at the clay pits helping Bill and Ben? I wonder if there's going to be a reason as to why he's there. God. I was originally going to say that this episode was enjoyable, but after actually sitting down and reviewing it, I realized that it's a lot worse than I thought originally. Because it's taken what should have been a really interesting twist, but it turns into a really big plot hole. I give Salty All at Sea a 6 out of 10.